Love the bucket list. Tyson Kennedy doesn't mind doing things a little differently. Very few rock stars actually promote themselves as white trash, for instance. But as the lead singer of Steriogram, you remember them, he's done us proud. He's based in New York these days, and like any good businessman, he's diversified. Yes, he's still a rock star, but he's also an in-demand hairdresser and a budding young inventor. Tim Wilson with Tyson Kennedy in New York, still doing things very differently.
As the singer with Kiwi band Steriogram, Tyson Kennedy is used to some tough crowds. But there's few tougher audiences than a New York blizzard, especially when all you have are white runs and a strong sense of why not.
Well, I'm a little bit of a character, I'll admit, from time to time, I'm a little bit of a joker.
Oh, way to catch a cab. But despite the appearance of barely hanging on, Tyson is at work. A no-budget rock video for a song that celebrates slender-hipped chaps.
So the whole song's about, just skinny dudes. We should all get together and unite and become powerful. So I thought, what better way to represent that than run down one of the busy streets in New York in my undies.
Well, it's an idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tyson Kennedy throws off ideas the way he chucks off clothes. He has this way of making you part of the show, of dramatising his urban dilemmas. Like, where to stow the iPod. So tell me, what's the health and safety aspects about surfing behind a taxi in your gruts in the snow?
I don't know if Osh would approve back in New Zealand.
Clearly, they approve here. The crazy undies dancing dude Tyson is just part of his Big Apple lark. There's hairdressing Tyson, a top cutter who's pumped up his skills enough to blow into a top New York salon.
He has that streety, edgy look, and it's interesting because when you come to New York, women want a certain look. So it's been nice he's incorporated that sort of edgy rock and roll feel into sort of these women from New York who want us to look glamorous. So it's a nice sort of crossover.
There's battles, man. There's battles between, like the hairdressers that cut really clean and perfect and tight, and then the looser ones that sort of go for it. And both sides think they're better than the other. But, I don't really play sides.
But Tyson Kennedy's carved out his own special niche.
All right, so I'm taking you down to my studio below the cellar.
He rehearses here and, with the help of some pals, puts out a weekly internet and satellite radio show.
Before that, he was making toilets on aeroplanes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool. It was one of those, sort of cool stories.
Sounds like your career.
Yeah. Mine's going the other way, though.
This is going down.
It's basically up on the iTunes store, and people can subscribe to it, and we have a website, and occasionally it's on Sirius XM.
He's here, he's in New York, he's doing his hairdressing in, a great salon and everything. Fashion Week, doing a lot of stuff at Fashion Week. And that's one of the things, I think, living in New York, I find that a lot of people diversify.
Diversification, that's Tyson's way. No, this isn't Tyson's P-Lab. If you've been wondering, how does he get his hair like that? Well, that too is self-produced. It's a putty-like hair product called Fat Boy, and it makes your rug behave, or misbehave.
I really like my hair a little bit crazy, and everything's always a bit greasy or a bit. I just never found anything that quite suited me. So I just wanted to try and make something for me. And then I gave it to everybody at the shop, and everyone started using it and loved it. So I started selling it, and it just sells out now straight away.
He's not getting rich off it yet, but Fat Boy is catching on, much like its maker.
And one day he's like, oh yeah, I have a band, and I'm thinking like, yeah, right, whatever. And then I look them up online, and there's a picture of him in a concert in front of thousands of people, but you'd never know from him. And then same thing, he's like, oh, I cut hair, and then I come, and he's just this incredible hairstylist too. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make some putty, and I'm like, all right. And then it turns out to be the best stuff I've ever used. He's just kind of a low-key, just amazing guy.
Well, not that low key. And Osh will be pleased. This OTT New York life isn't without its risks.
Oh, there you go. Look at that, eh? Bit of ice burn.
You need a bit of Fat Boy, mate.
There you go.
But with the snipping, the singing, the podcasting and the puttying, Tyson Kennedy's proving there's no point in holding back. That's all right, Tyson. You get away from the DJ. Don't rip my mate up. Nobody puts Tyson in a corner. Which brings us back to this. Hey, take it away, young fella.